Current affairs, the 31st of March 2020. ADB announces $100 million funding for Indian infrastructure sector. Asian Development Bank, ADB, announced a $100 million funding for the Indian infrastructure sector through the government-promoted the National Investment in Infrastructure Funds, NIIF. The Manila-based body will be investing in NIIF tranche of funds, which will ensure that the actual money invested will be a few times more than the $100 million. NIIF's chief executive Sujoy Bose said that the ADB's commitment to NIIF fund during these extraordinary and challenging times is highly meaningful. Military, Defense Ministry employees to donate 1 day's salary to PM CARES. The Army, Navy and the Indian Air Force as well as employees of the Defense Ministry have decided to donate 1 day's salary totaling around 500 crore rupees to the Prime Minister's Citizen Assistance and Relief in Emergency Situations Fund PM CARES, announced by Prime Minister Narendra Modi to help fight the COVID-19 outbreak in the country. Separately, Defense Minister Rajnath Singh announced that he will donate 1 month's salary to the fund. UPCM sets up Team 11 to deal with COVID-19 crisis. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has constituted Team 11 to monitor the situation in various sectors amid COVID-19 and the subsequent nationwide lockdown. 11 committees are led by 20 IAS and 5 IPS officers. The leaders of these teams will report directly to the Chief Minister. The teams will oversee working in medical, health, revenue, labor, agriculture, industry, law and order, animal husbandry, rural development, relief work, jail, industrial development, etc. ICICI Bank rolls out banking services on WhatsApp. ICICI Bank announced the launch of banking services on WhatsApp to enable its retail customers to undertake a slew of banking requirements from their home at a time when they are advised to stay indoors in the wake of the nationwide lockdown to fight against COVID-19. Using the service on WhatsApp, retail customers can check their savings account balance, last 3 transactions, credit card limit, get details of pre-approved instant loan offers and unblock credit and debit cards. Additionally, they can also get details of the nearest 3 ICICI Bank ATMs and branches in their vicinity. SBI raises $100 million via green bonds amid COVID-19. India's largest lender State Bank of India, SBI, said it has raised $100 million in green bonds through private placement. Continuing its commitment towards sustainable development, the bank raised $100 million floating rate notes at a coupon rate of 80 basis points (BPS), above the 3-month LIBOR. SBI said, adding that these bonds will be issued through SBI's London branch and shall be listed on Singapore Exchange, SGX. NTPC concludes acquisition of government stake in THDC, NEEPCO. National Thermal Power Corporation, NTPC, concluded the acquisition of Centre's entire stake in 2 hydropower generating firms, Terry Hydro Development Corporation Limited, THDC, India and Northeastern Electric Power Corporation, NEEPCO, at 11,500 crore rupees. The company informed the exchanges that it signed share purchase agreement to buy the government's entire 74.49% stake of THDC for an aggregate consideration of 7,500 crore rupees. SpaceX wins NASA award for planned lunar space station. The National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, picked a new space capsule from Elon Musk's SpaceX to ferry cargo and supplies to the agency's planned lunar space station, a crucial building block to its plans to build a permanent post on the Moon and mount future missions to Mars. SpaceX will get a portion of a $7 billion NASA contract to use its biggest rocket, Falcon Heavy, to send a new Dragon XL spacecraft to the Lunar Gateway, an outpost NASA plans to build that will orbit the Moon sometime within the next decade. CRISIL cuts India's GDP forecast for fiscal 2021 to 3.5%. CRISIL has slashed its base case gross domestic product (GDP) growth forecast for fiscal 2021 to 3.5% from 5.2% expected earlier. The pandemic in India and the consequent lockdown for 21 days pose a material risk to India's economic outlook, Crystal said. The adverse effects that will follow can dwarf the gains from the sharp drop in crude oil prices, and the anticipated monetary and fiscal stimuli. Harsh Vardhan launches Contact. The Union Minister of Health and Family Welfare Dr. Harsh Vardhan launched the COVID-19 National Teleconsultation Center Contact, and also interacted with nodal officers of medical colleges of states and other AIIMS of the country and reviewed the COVID-19 preparedness. He said that Contact has been made operational at AIIMS with a view to connect the doctors across the country to AIIMS in real time for treatment of the COVID-19 patients. North Macedonia officially joins NATO as 30th member. Following the signing of the North Macedonia's accession protocol in February, the country has joined NATO after handing over its instrument of accession to the U.S. State Department. NATO Secretary-General Jens Stoltenberg said, North Macedonia is now part of the NATO family, a family of 30 nations and almost 1 billion people. A family based on the certainty that, no matter what challenges we face, we are all stronger and safer together. National Book Trust, India of MHRD to launch Corona Studies series books. Realizing the extraordinary psychological, social, economic and cultural significance of corona pandemic for the human society in times to come, National Book Trust, India, the national body for book publishing and book promotion under the Ministry of Human Resource Development MHRD, Government of India, is launching a publishing series titled Corona Studies Series to document and to provide relevant reading materials for all age groups for the post-corona readership needs. Joseph Lowery, veteran U.S. civil rights leader passes away. Reverend Joseph Lowery, a leader in America's civil rights movement, has died at age 98. Lowery helped establish the Atlanta-based Southern Christian Leadership Conference, an African American civil rights organization set up to promote racial equality.